Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what you need to know. I've got 6 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Snow Quartz, Clear Quartz, and Fossil. Group 2 is 2 pieces of a carnelian and some malachite. Group 3 is some clear quartz, an orange stone and a pink stone. Group 4 is a grey stone, some lapis lazuli, and some amethyst mixed with something. Group 5 is some ametrine, rose quartz, and kunzite. And then finally for group 6, we've got 2 pieces of carnelian and peach, what's it called? Peach aventurine, I think. So please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to decide. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Fossil with the clear quartz and the snow quartz. What do you need to know? Your song is Jhené Aiko, Spotless Mind. Change is inevitable. Why hold on to what you have to let go of? Did I really break your heart? Was it all my fault? If you don't knock it off, like you didn't know where this was headed, I'm a wanderer. I'm a wanderer, baby. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the World and the Hermit. From the Rider-Waite Tarot, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And from the Fountain Tarot, you have the Two of Swords and the Four of Coins. Let me just tune into your reading. Well, I'm seeing that the first thing that you need to know is that you're extremely capable, you're extremely independent, you're very self-sufficient, and I think you feel like you can't really let people close to you. And that's in part because you had to let go a lot. You had to keep moving on. You had to say goodbye to things and start afresh a lot of times in your life, and you had to do this alone. So it's been hard for you to open your heart to other people. It's been hard for you to let other people in. And you built a lot for yourself. You built a really amazing life for yourself. And you should be really proud of yourself. That's what you need to know. You should be really, really proud of everything you've accomplished. You've accomplished a lot in life. You really have. You're very successful. And you'll continue to be successful, I'm saying, with whatever you're putting in your work into. But yeah, I'm seeing you are, with the Four of Coins, it's like you're focused on your money and you're focused on your abundance and you're focused on trying to get everything in your life together. But there's not really been any space for other people. And maybe it's not that you've wanted to block other people out, but it's just that you've been so busy with your work and trying to stack your money that you haven't really been able to let other people in. There's not really been space for other people. But I feel like this situation you've been in has started to get to you to where your heart's kind of closed. And I think you want to open it, but you've had this armor up for so long that you don't really know how to be approachable anymore. You're kind of just You're closed. You're blocked off. You've got these swords. People are afraid to approach you. You don't even know how to soften that anymore. I'm seeing. Maybe you want to and you can't. But for some of you, I think you kind of still need to do this because you've accomplished loads. With the Nine of Pentacles here, you're in a really strong position. But at the same time, you've got here by sacrificing. You've got here by putting your own needs first. You've got here by putting needs before wants. You've got here by saving money. You've got here by being disciplined. You've got here by a lot of hard work. And yeah, you can't risk that. So you might have to continue to work really hard, I'm seeing. You might have to continue to stay very independent. For now, I'm seeing. With the Hermit here. And I think a lot of this is to do with the fact that you have had to change so much with the song. And maybe you're not really where you want to be yet. Like maybe physically, you feel like you want to move. So you kind of need to be alone to find your own place in the world. And you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find what you're meant to do. You're trying to find where you belong, who you belong with. And you're really coming into that, I'm seeing, with the world. You're finally coming to a point where you feel really confident. You feel comfortable in your own skin. You feel proud of where you are and the decisions you make and the person you've become. And I think at the moment you feel quite comfortable in your environment and you're quite happy, but at the same time you're ready to let go and move on and change again whenever the time comes for you to need to do that. But at the moment, I think maybe you've recently reached a point of success and completion and accomplishment with something. And now you kind of don't know where you're going from there. But I think if you go within and just be free, now that you've accomplished so much, I think you can be a little bit more free to kind of explore. If you feel comfortable where you are and if you feel like you found your place in the world, it might be time to settle a little bit more and stop feeling like you need to keep changing. But if you still feel like there's something out there that you're looking for, then it might be time to move and change again. You're very focused on your money and your coin, I'm seeing. And there still might not be much space for other people in your life. And I think it's taken a lot of effort for you to become this self-sufficient and for you to be able to stand on your own feet. So you might be kind of afraid to let anyone in. It might be time to let go of something. For some of you guys. There might be somebody, I feel like there might be somebody kind of watching you, and they might be afraid to approach you, and that might be because they think you're too self-sufficient and too independent, and they might think that you're kind of a wanderer, and they might think that you'll just leave and see it as temporary, potentially. Or you might be looking at somebody else and thinking this. Some of you, I think it's time to travel. I think you are unsatisfied with your situation, some of you, and you've worked really hard and built a lot up, but I think you're kind of not happy and you feel kind of trapped by this material stuff you've built up, and it might be time to look into traveling and maybe moving abroad for some of you. Then for others, I think you're not quite there yet with a goal, and you need to keep staying independent and stacking your money in order to get there, and you might have to keep pushing other people away for some of you. So Group 1, I hope that was helpful. Please let me know how the video resonated with you in the comments. I love hearing from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the carnelian with the malachite and some more carnelian. Let's see what cards you have. Your song is XXX Tentacion, Lil Peep, Falling Down. Rain keeps falling, tears keep falling. Darling, your love is like walking on better nails, and I just can't keep on fine. Come, let's watch the rain as it's falling down. Sunlight on your skin when I'm not around. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Cups. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Ten of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. And then from the Fountain Tarot, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. So I'm seeing there's been a lot of pain for you guys. You guys have been through a lot of material struggles and disappointments on an emotional level. A lot of disappointments, a lot of suffering. And I feel like something's kind of fallen down, but that pain's motivating you. I feel like at first it was kind of depressing and sad, and it was in a frustrated way that you just put your head down and focused on something. Put all that sadness, heavy energy into work to try and get out of this situation. But what I'm seeing is that through doing that, a spark lit up in you for something. You found that whatever you were working towards filled you with passion and excitement and a new sense of life. And it's helping you, or it will help you if this hasn't happened yet. It will help you to get over whatever this disappointing situation is. And not only that, but it will also lead to financial success and a financial new beginning and a material new beginning, which is really beautiful. For some of you, I'm seeing that there's been a relationship that's been really sad. And I think for some of you, you're still in this relationship and it's like you're struggling together. And there's been a lot of disappointments. I feel like a lot of things have gone wrong. There might have been a lot of opportunities and things kind of went wrong. And you might be taking all the blame and all the responsibility for everything going wrong. But I don't think you should be doing that. But what I'm seeing is, if this is a relationship that you're still in, I'm seeing that it will continue to struggle for a while. But in the future, after a period of you guys struggling through hardship together, there will be a new beginning, which will feel a lot more stable, a lot more secure, a lot less up and down, back and forth, a lot more comfortable. And I think a lot of the reason, if this relationship's been struggling, I think a lot of the reason might be because of work, because one or both of you is really weighed down with other responsibilities. It doesn't have to be work. Just having too much on your plate. And there might have been a lot of opportunities for you to have passion together and fun together, but for some reason they were missed. But there's still potential for this relationship. There is. I think for a lot of you this has to do with maybe work that's been disappointing. Maybe you feel like you've lost your opportunity with something. But I don't think you have. I think there's a new opportunity coming in. And I think if you're unhappy with your material situation, you should look for new jobs, look for new opportunities. Because something could come in for you guys. Yeah, I'm seeing there are a lot of opportunities for, even if you don't see it, there's loads of opportunities for you to have a new beginning on a material level. So if you're looking for a new house, there are a lot of opportunities to find exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for a new job, again, you could find exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for new ways to make money, you might find something closer to home than you think, and something that's more convenient than you think, and something that would be easier for you than you think, more straightforward. Something where it's like you would do it anyway and money just comes into your hand. That kind of thing. I'm seeing you might have some money coming in soon for you guys, especially if you've been worrying about your finances, you've been worrying about your financial situation, you've been struggling, you've been trying to save, pinch the pennies here and there. And I'm seeing there might be something coming in. And also especially if you've been working really, really hard to try and get out of this situation, I'm seeing that there might be money coming in. But yeah, you have been working really, really hard. And I think some of you are working so hard that maybe it's having a negative impact on your health. So for those of you that applies for, I think try and take a little break, try and take a rest, try and just be comfortable as much as you can. Like when you get home from work, just lie down and be comfortable on the sofa or whatever. Don't push yourself to then do more than what you've already done. Try and eat really nice, nutritious meals. You know, take long baths, just little things to take care of your needs, to comfort yourself, because you're working really, really hard and you might not be able to afford like big items or anything like a holiday right now. And you might be feeling some regret about the fact that you can't really have fun right now, for some of you. And you can't take these opportunities when they come up right now. But I think there's still small ways where you can release some of this pain and sadness, because it's quite heavy, this reading. I think you're in a mindset of just like work. I've got to get out of my bad situation. And because of that, you're not really having any fun, and that's making you feel more sad. I think there might be little opportunities for passion here and there, and you're not able to see them because you're so focused on everything that's sad and everything that's difficult. So try and look up from this disappointment and see the potential opportunities that are there. Because I do think you're working on something which is really important, and it's important for you to not get bogged down by it and take it too seriously and become over responsible with it and take on more than you can, because then it won't be fun anymore. You should try and make everything as fun as possible. And try and just, take any opportunity where you can lighten your load, lighten up. Just have a good time. Get out and see the sun. And some of you, I think you are crying a lot. And somebody might be crying over you if it's not you crying over a situation. Somebody might be crying over you. And it might be just that the relationship's really hard right now. But I think maybe if you both put work into it, it can be more comfortable and less hard work and more passionate and more fun again. So group 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, check out the other content on my channel. You might find something else resonates with you too. I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the clear quartz with the orange stone and the pink stone. What do you need to know? Your first song is Flip De Niro, Leave Me Alone. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you? Wish you never played me, have no time for that. Claiming you my lady, got no time for that. How could you? Moving like you crazy, I ain't call you back. Leave me alone, drunk as fuck. And then you have Snow the Product Myself featuring Dram. Early bird get the worm in one way. Haters all getting sentimental. Remember I was working while you hoes stayed home. I was out grinding while you settled. Still helped you out and I gave you a loan. It's not my fault what you spent on. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Moon. And the Fool. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Queen of Swords. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Nine of Coins. And the Four of Cups. This is interesting. I feel like the first message I'm getting is quite specific. It might just be for one person. But I feel like there's a lot of people around you who kind of call you up wanting to go drinking with you and wanting to waste your time, kind of thing. And you can't really be bothered to call them back, and you just want them to leave you alone. And you maybe just don't want to drink anymore. Maybe you're bored of that lifestyle. And because you're bored of that lifestyle and a lot of the people around you are acting foolish still, I think you're just kind of spending time alone because what you're focused on is much more higher level stuff. You don't want to waste your time. Your time's really important. Your time's worth a lot of money. And money's important to you right now because you have goals. You have ambition. You have things that you're working towards. And I feel like the people around you don't. They kind of don't. So you just want to be by yourself. Like you're working while these... I was going to say bitches, but... While these people just stay home. You're grinding and they're settling. You're helping them out. And they're just wasting the money that you give them. And you're focused on trying to build a beautiful life for yourself and future generations. And in order for you to do that, you have to say no to these temporary pleasures, all this bullshit, all this distraction. And I feel like it might be a bit sad for you and you might feel a little bit depressed about it at times. Especially when you think about how much time you spent on these activities. I think when you look back and you think about how many nights you spent drunk and you can't really remember what happened, and how many days the next day after you spent in bed because you just felt like absolute shit. You felt terrible. Didn't want to do anything. Or maybe the amount of relationships that kind of went wrong because of alcohol. Because maybe you argued or... Sorry, this is really specific and it probably won't apply to a lot of people. But I feel like it's important for somebody. But yeah, I think this is important for you to start saying no to people. In general, even if it's not about alcohol, please just take that out if it doesn't apply to you, but it still applies in terms of other people not being focused on such high things as you. And I think you're going through a kind of spiritual awakening with the moon here that has given you a fresh perspective. It's changed your thinking, and it's made you want to kind of cut a lot of stuff out, and that includes people. Just everything. You just want to cut anything that doesn't elevate you out of your life. Because you built a lot of success for yourself, and you don't want to waste your money, you don't want to waste your time, you don't want to waste your energy. You want to be open to new experiences, but at the same time, you want to set boundaries so that you continue to achieve more and continue to obtain more success. Because I feel like you're in a really good position, but you're not quite where you want to be yet. There's more. You have more goals still. And there might be a specific person who you kind of, maybe you really love them and you enjoy their company, and maybe you miss them, but you feel like they're not really that great to you. They waste your time a lot of the time. And maybe you lent them money and they didn't pay you back. And maybe they waste your money. And maybe they only like you for money. And maybe they're just lazy and you're doing all the work and expecting you to take care of them or something. Maybe there's a specific person like that. And I feel like maybe you've been anxious about making this decision for a long time, but you're kind of at the point where you want to cut them out and just be independent. You might want to watch Group 1. Group 1 had a similar kind of energy, and it had the Nine of Pentacles as well. And it has clear quartz as well. Yeah, I'm seeing you really want to keep your mind clear. So going back to the alcohol thing, alcohol or drugs, I feel like you really want to keep your mind clear right now. So you're definitely trying to avoid distractions. And anything that takes you out of this state of being able to manifest what you want and being able to get what you want out of life. Because I feel like that's something you've really mastered, and people around you haven't mastered, and they probably don't even get it when you try and talk to them about it. They're probably just clueless. I feel like you have a lot of anxiety as well. Like there might be somebody in your life who you kind of think they're trying to play you, but they're not really. And I think if you had more faith and belief and trust towards them, you would see and think, if you thought more balanced about the situation, you would see that they're not really trying to play you. But yeah, for most of you, I think you're just tired of people who are wasting your time and wasting, to you it's like they're wasting your own time, but that's on them. Like if they want to waste their own time, you're not going to judge them. It's none of your business, really. You just want to focus on your own coin, your own life, your own happiness, doing what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. And I feel like you have a lot of reflection to do as well. I feel like you're having a lot of... For some of you, this is a kind of spiritual awakening, and you're having a lot of messages coming to you from your subconscious, like within your dreams, and just downloads, I think, for some of you. And for some of you, I think it's really freaking you out. Like, you'll just be trying to enjoy your life, trying to have a good time, and then suddenly, like, this information comes to you. And then it has you in your thoughts and in your feelings. But I think you should really honour that. I think you need to listen to what your intuition's telling you, because it's valuable. It's really valuable. And don't be tempted to cover up any uncomfortable things that come up with alcohol, because the more you do that, the longer this process will take. And once you come out of this process of, like right now, you're feeling a little bit insecure, you're feeling a little bit anxious, because this is a difficult process to go through, and you're used to being really comfortable. And you're still in that position. It's just that, like, internally something's changed, and you need to honor these internal changes by making small external changes so that you can go back to being the fool and being open every day and just ready for life, feeling excited for the future again, and being able to have fun again, having a fresh start. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing you don't want to be foolish. You're really trying to be smart right now, and that's really good for you. And focusing on yourself right now is really good for you. Don't let anyone tell you you're being selfish. No, you're not. This is really important for you. You need this. You need this alone time. You need this meditation time. You need this relaxation time. You need this thinking time. And you need to listen to your intuition and pay attention to your dreams. And this is also that you can have a fresh start and feel brand new and feel reborn and feel open and happy and weightless and like you've left all your baggage behind. So group 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know how it resonated in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Check out the other content on my channel, you might like some of that as well. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! This reading is for you if you chose the grey stone with the lapis lazuli and the amethyst with satin. What do you need to know? Your first song is The Bonfire You Say featuring Black. You know how to kill a vibe. We in and out on the regular. And are you really where you say you are? Right or wrong, I'll stick with you. You didn't get that shit on your own. You know I always kept it real with you. You're switching on and off like the cloud. Your second song is LMA Drip. You know we cool when I ain't waiting, but I act a fool when I don't get it. And I'm steady bruising just to say this, but I tripped on your love, now I'm addicted. And there's a whole lot of love, ain't trying to waste it. And then you have 94 scoring. She say that I'm stupid when I get some money because I go and spend it, but I make it back. Like how to do that? Matter of fact, I drop 2 racks. Gucci shirt, Gucci pants. I drop a bag. I don't look back. No regrets. I make them upset. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Chariot. And the 3 of Wands. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the 8 of Pentacles. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the 8 of Wands. And the 5 of Cups. Let me just tune into your reading. I can see that you're working really hard with the situation. And I feel like there's been a lot of defeat. And I feel like, I feel like there's been a kind of in and out situation. An in and out situation where it kind of goes from defeat to moving fast, moving forward fast, and then back to defeat. And then I feel like you put in a lot of work. And I feel like you kind of make plans for the future and then it kind of falls apart and leads to defeat again for some of you. I feel like some of you are really working hard to try and save this because it keeps falling apart and you're trying to save it. And yeah, some of you, I think this is a financial thing and not a relationship thing. Like, your money just comes and goes, and you're sad about that. And you're working really hard to try and get in a better position so that it's not the case. And I'm seeing that you are working really, really hard and you're trying to move things forward. And I think for those of you who are really trying to work hard to move things forward, to get in a better situation financially, I think that's going to pay off for you soon. I think it is. I think you're going to get over all these disappointments. Once you stop looking back, yeah, I think you need to get out of the state of having regrets. I don't look back, no regrets. And just stay focused straight ahead. Because you do have this goal, this ambition that you're working towards. And you're really focused on it, and you're putting in loads of work. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's something quite far in the future that you want, that you're aiming towards. So yeah, I think you need to get over your regrets. No matter what situation it is, whether it's the relationship or whether it's just in general, like you have a lot of regrets and it's stopping you from moving forward. But I can see that whoever you are, whatever your situation is, you've got a lot of ambition and a lot that you want to accomplish. And I feel like a lot of that is financial. And I think some of you are getting distracted from your bag, from your finances, by emotional disappointments, and it might be a specific relationship that's been just overwhelming, like a bit toxic, a bit addictive, a bit obsessive, and not consistent. Maybe the other person's a bit like foolish as well, in some way. And maybe you've stuck with them. Maybe you've helped them out as well. Maybe they've been financially draining. And maybe it's like they're kind of fronting and spending your money and wasting your money. And it's like you're addicted to their love, so you keep going back to them, but they're just switching on and off with you. And you've been completely 100 consistent with them, and they're being inconsistent with you. And they're killing your vibe. Yeah, I feel like there's somebody who's having a really huge effect on you. And it's like you're at the mercy of them. And it might be a little bit codependent, this relationship, but I feel like they're maybe selfish, and maybe they are draining on your finances and your resources. And there might be a lot of disappointment that you've experienced because of them. I think you need to stay focused on your bag. Group 4. Yeah, what I'm seeing is all these disappointments you've been through, and this sadness that you're currently feeling, this sense of loss, this sense of regret. I'm seeing that things could change really quickly, and the future's looking really bright for you guys. And I think you're on the right track. You're going in the right direction. Whatever you're focused on is something really brilliant. It's something that I feel like for some of you, you've invented something really brilliant that no one else has thought of. And it's your goal and it's your ambition, and you really can't afford to get distracted by inconsistent people who are not even riding for you like that. You need somebody who's going to ride with you consistently long term towards this goal that you're going towards. Because, I mean, it's looking like potentially you could, whatever you're working hard on, you could get acclaim, fame, be really, really successful. And it could happen quickly once you get over these disappointments and just get your head down and get on with your work. Once you put all your focus into your work, I think the future will come quicker than you think. But in order to do that, you have to get out of the past. You can't be focusing on the past. You have to have no regrets. You have to live in a way without regrets. I'm seeing you're also going to have to continue despite tiredness. And I feel like it will be easy for you because you're looking so far in the future. Let me see if I have anything else for you. I feel like some of you are kind of afraid to take actions in case it leads to regret. And it's like, it's things you're really passionate about. And you're still afraid, you're still cautious because you've worked so hard. But I think you need to be more comfortable with taking risks in order to avoid regret. I think some of you are working too hard to save a relationship, and you maybe should put that work into something else. For some of you, I think there is a relationship that's worth saving. But that's not the case if the other person's kind of acting a fool and spending your money and being inconsistent. That's just if the relationship's been going through a hard time for some reason. I think that's all I have for you, Group 4. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Don't forget to let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Thanks for watching. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the kunzite with the rose quartz and the ametrine. What do you need to know? Your first song is Rim on Nighttime. I come alive in the nighttime. Got the moon in my backyard, and the stars looking at me. Got the owl looking in my eyes. Keep your energy away from me. And then your second song is Chloe x Halle, Happy Without Me. Bittersweet those memories, and I see you with her now. And it breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart to see you happy without me. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords and the Eight of Wands. And from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Page of Cups. And from the Fountain Tarot, you have the King of Wands. Let me just tune into your reading. I'm getting a very relationship-y vibe, first of all, from this. Well, I'm getting two things. I'm also getting somebody who's an artist. I'm picking up on somebody who creates, and you kind of block everything out to go within, to create from a place completely within yourself, from your own intuition. A lot of creativity in this reading, but also somebody who I'm seeing there's like a love that felt like a love at first sight between two people, but it's like blocked. And I think one of the people's blocking it because maybe somebody's happy with somebody else or with somebody else. Or maybe your person who you like is with somebody else, and it's like you have to block your heart now, you feel like. Because your heart's broken because they're happy with somebody else. I feel like a lot of you are just blocking yourself, like keep your energy away from me. You don't want other people close to you. And I think there might be a lot of people offering to you, and you don't want any of them close to you. You just want to be alone. And that might be because you are an artist, and maybe you are creating a lot right now. Maybe there's a lot coming from within you right now that you feel like you need to get it all out. And so you can't really connect with other people so much right now. But what I'm seeing is there's a situation where you're trying to move forward and you're trying to create a lot. You're trying to take control of your own life and your surroundings and your physical reality. And you're working really hard, and it's like you have to just keep climbing. It's kind of an uphill battle, I'm seeing, but you're very capable. You're very capable of this, and I think you have to be very creative, and you're having to follow your heart right now. And I think for some of you, following your heart is like leading you to express your feelings to somebody, and they're maybe a bit blocked. But I think for some of you, it's like there's a lot of other people out there, and there are a lot of opportunities for love right now as well. But you have a lot going on, I'm seeing. No matter what your situation, you're very busy. You've got a lot of things to do, and you're trying to move forward. And I feel like you're moving forward quite fast. You're making really fast progression with a situation. It could be that this relationship progressed fast, or your feelings are developing fast as well. But I am seeing that you're kind of at a standstill with something. Something's stagnant. Something's come to a sense of pause, or being unable to move forward anymore for some reason. But I'm seeing that that's not going to last. Everything will move forward again when the time's right. In perfect timing. In divine timing. And I think you just need to trust and have faith in the universe, that the universe will propel this forward again when it needs to. Because sometimes there's a point where you've put in all the work you can, and it just feels like there's no point anymore because you're not getting anywhere with it. And those times, I think you just need to kind of step back, take some time out for yourself, and let things develop. I'm seeing some of you might be going on some dates soon, with nighttime here and the Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I think someone might invite you on a really nice date. I think some of you going back to those of you who are artists, I feel like nighttime is your best time to work, because you can block out the rest of the world and all the noise and everything around. And then things just come out of you really quickly, like this art, these creative ideas, they just pour out of you. And you can get them out really quickly. Your words will come out quickly when you're trying to write, for example. You can bring your ideas to completion really quickly. I think some of you, there's been a situation where you think somebody's happy with somebody else and you're kind of blocking everything away. Because of that, you're feeling heartbroken and you're blocking opportunities. But I think there's something really special coming in soon that will sweep you off your feet, that will feel like Cupid just struck you, and like love just struck you. And you're going to want to be looking up to see this opportunity when it comes. Somebody might message you soon. There might be a lot of messages of love coming in from somebody. It's somebody very capable. Somebody you can trust. Things will move forward, I'm seeing soon. if it's felt blocked, it will move forward. And you might have to put in some effort. And you might have to open up, I'm saying you might have to express your feelings in order for things to move forward. You might have to be the one to do it with the King of Wands here. But I do feel like you have to also wait for perfect timing for this to happen. I feel like some of you are missing a lot of the opportunities available by maybe being awake at night too much and not awake in the day enough. That's just for somebody. For most of you, I feel like there's somebody who you love, your person, and you feel like they're happier with somebody else, and that hurts you. But I think they might offer something to you, or somebody else will come in soon, but you need to make sure that you're not so close that you don't even see it. And also it might move forward with the person you like soon. Like maybe you might get some news. Maybe you'll find out that they aren't happy in the other situation. Maybe they actually have feelings for you. But whatever situation you're working towards, I'm seeing that it's going to pay off. It really is, and it might pay off sooner than you think, and things might start moving forward sooner than you think. And it might feel like fate, it might feel like a miracle. There might be this amazing opportunity that comes up where you just feel like you're in the right place at the right time. And then everything starts moving forward really quickly. And maybe more opportunities flow from this one, and you can reach a point of success really quickly. But just try not to be too closed so that you don't miss any opportunities. Whatever type of opportunity this is, you just need to be open and express your feelings. I'm seeing when opportunities arise to express your feelings, don't be closed. You need to open up. Even if it's like somebody and you think they're happy with somebody else, even so, just express your feelings. Okay, group 5, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the carnelian with the peach aventurine and the big piece of carnelian. What do you need to know? Your first song is Ryan Leslie, Just Right. You're my cure, you're my remedy, so sincere and pure. Said I'll never leave, I'll stay by your side for eternity till the day I die. 'Cause you're just right for me, I'm just right for you. Come and share your life with me, and I'll share my life with you. And your second song is Coldplay, High Speed. Can anybody stop this thing before my head explodes, or my head starts to ring? We've been living life inside a bubble. Confidence in you is confidence in me, is confidence in high speed. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Nine of Wands, the Tower, and the Ace of Swords. And from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Four of Swords. And then from the Fountain Tarot, you have the Five of Coins and the Page of Coins. me just tune into your reading. This is interesting. I feel like something's come in that's made you feel this childlike joy again. After I feel like you were struggling for a long time. You're in a really struggling situation. And something's come along that's made you feel this joy. And I feel like it's changed your way of thinking. And it's shaken everything up for you. That's for some of you. I think something else has come to a point of rest or sleep because of this situation. For some of you, I feel like your head's going to explode. That's how you feel. You feel like your head's going to explode right now because you're so stressed. You have so many responsibilities, so many things on your mind that you feel like you're about to explode. And you just want some clarity. You just want some clarity. You just want to clear your mind. You just want some rest. You just want some sleep. But you have all these material concerns. You have all these worries. Maybe you have children. Maybe you have people who depend on you. And it's hard right now. You're going through some hard times on a financial level. And you're having to chase money. And maybe you don't have time to sit and process the thoughts that you're having. And it might be that you're going through a really serious transformation. And that's why your head feels like it's going to explode. Because all of this is going on within you. And on the outside, it's like you're still just having to chase money. You're having to just try and remain focused on this coin. And it seems so insignificant to you now. With all that you're going through. For some of you, I feel like you might need to change career. Or something. It might be that your career's causing you a lot of stress. And maybe not even paying you that much. Maybe you're really struggling and you have no energy and you don't have enough time to rest. You don't have enough time to yourself. And your head feels like it's going to explode from the stress. And you want to find something that's just right for you. Something that you can actually sustain for the rest of your life, because your current thing, you can't sustain it. Whatever situation you're in, I feel like you can't sustain it. It's not right for you. There's some kind of situation that you're in and it feels like your head's going to explode. It feels like everything's about to come crashing down on you. And you can't get enough sleep, you can't get enough rest. You just want to get some sleep, that's all you want. Just some sleep. Just some time to process your thoughts. And you can't get it. And you've got all these financial worries on your head as well as this other stress that's going on. For some of you, the stress might be entirely financial. But I think for most of you, it's a lot of other things. And maybe a kind of spiritual transformation that you're going through. And the financial stress on top of that is too much, and that's what's making you feel like your head's going to explode. For some of you, I feel like you're really worried about something. You're worried maybe about the truth about something coming out and everything coming crashing down. And I think maybe you're just sleep deprived and paranoid and you need to just rest and stay focused on work right now and try not to let those overwhelming thoughts get the best of you. I feel like some of you might need to stop doing something. Some of you feel like you've been living in a bubble and it's kind of burst, your bubble's burst. The bubble you were living in has burst. And it might be to do with finances, like maybe everything was good and you were just having fun. And maybe when you were young, you were just focused on money and material stuff and you weren't really seeing, of course, because you were a child, you were just enjoying life. And then as you went through life, you went through material ups and downs. And you had a lot of time to reflect and think. And maybe you've realised that that is kind of living in a bubble and that there's so much more. There's so much more to life. I think some of you just need to get more sleep. Yeah, you really do. Some of you are going to crash because you haven't got enough sleep. You're just really exhausted. You're continuing despite how exhausted you are. But it's like you're about to explode. You're about to get angry at someone. You're about to just collapse. Faint even. You're that tired. You're so tired. And I feel like you might choose to make a decision that enables you to get more rest. Like maybe taking some time off or something. Yeah, some kind of decision's needed. You do need to make a decision, but at the same time it's hard for you right now because your head feels like it's going to explode and you need the time out in order for you to be able to make the decision. I feel like once you get some sleep, the decision will be easy, but it will seem really overwhelming until you've rested. It seems like for some of you it's like something that does feel right has come in. And it's making you want to get away from your situation because your situation's not right. Your situation's really overwhelming and stressful and about to collapse. And maybe you're making a decision to get out of that and go towards something more fulfilling. I think that's all I have for you, Group 6. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I hope to see you again soon for another reading. Thanks for watching. Bye.